So the book I read was The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and it's part of a series of 5 books. And there's The Maze Runner, Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials, Maze Runner: The Death Cure, Maze Runner: The Kill Order, and The Fever Code, which are the last 2 are both prequels. So it's written by James Dashner. He wrote the Maze Runner series along with the Jimmy Fincher saga, the 13th Reality series, the Infinity Ring series, and the Mortality Doctrine series. So the main area in the book is the Glade. Put a lot of information on the slide. The Glade is the main area in the Maze Runner. It is where all the characters called Gladers live. And there's a hole in the middle of the Glade through which a large box can arrive, and it arrives once a week with supplies for the Gladers, and once a month with the new Glader. Every Glader's memory is wiped, so they have no idea how or why they're in the Glade, and there are walls surrounding the Glade with 4 doors, one on each wall that leads to the maze. The doors to the maze close every night. So the maze, every day a group of Gladers called the Runners go out into the maze to try and find a way out. They've been searching for a way to find. They have been searching for a way out for 2 years, but still have no idea how to escape the maze. The runners have to make it back to the Glade before the doors close, so they don't get trapped inside. While the doors are closed, the walls of the maze move, changing the path around the maze. Every night, monsters called Grievers appear and kill any Glader they see. No one has survived a night in the maze. So the cliff. There is an infinitely deep hole in the maze called the cliff. Many Gladers who are overwhelmed by the Glade jump off the edge to their deaths. This place plays an important role in the book, but does not ever appear in the movie. So the Grievers live in the maze and come out at night to kill anything that has gotten stuck in the maze. They also occasionally come out during the day. If a Glader is stung by a Griever, but is rescued before the Griever kills him, the victim can be given a special medicine called the Grief Serum to heal him. Then the victim will go through the changing, in which they will go into a coma for a few days and will have memories of their life before they came to the Glade. The Grievers were built by a company called Wicked. Thomas is the main character in The Maze Runner, and the book starts with Thomas arriving in the Glade in the box. Thomas is very confused as to why he's there. None of the other Gladers answer any of his questions. All he remembers is his name, and he instantly knows that he needs to become a runner. Teresa is the only girl ever to come to the come to the Glade in the box. She's the last person ever to come to the Glade. She can talk to Thomas telepathically for some reason, also. Albie is one of the first people ever to come to the Glade who is still alive, and he has been in the Glade for 2 years, and he's a leader of the Gladers. Newt is Albie's second in command. Previously he was a runner, but he hurt his leg and had to quit. He's described as having an odd accent. Sounds kind of British. And Chuck is the Glader who came a month before Thomas. He talks a lot and quickly befriends Thomas. He's one of the youngest Gladers. I think the book said he's around 6 or 7 or 8 or something. And Mino is the keeper or the leader of the runners. And Thomas first meets him after he returns to the maze with news that he found a dead Griever. And Gally is despised by many of the Gladers for his arrogant nature. Sometime before Thomas arrives in the Glade, Gally was stung by a Griever in the middle of the day outside the west door, and he says that he saw Thomas during the changing and doesn't trust him. So the Grievers in this book remind me of Guardians from Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. They have a slightly similar appearance and also have a similar job. And the book versus the movie. The Maze Runner book and movie are extremely different, and many major plot points are extremely different, as well as the ending. I would recommend reading the book before watching the movie. I think it's a lot better. I rate this book an 8.34 out of 8.5. And it was one of the best books I've ever read. Okay. And I made an advertisement for the Grief Serum, which is what they use to cure the Gladers who have been stung by Grievers. So, yeah.
Are you tired of getting stuck in the maze of getting stung by Grievers and dying? Hi, I'm Dr. Billy Bob, and I'm here to tell you about Wicked's new product, Grief Serum. Grief serum is an injection medicine, so if you get stung by a griever, simply have someone inject you with the grief serum, and you'll be back on your feet in no time. I used to be scared of the possibility of getting stung by a griever, but not anymore, because I found grief serum. After you are injected, you'll go into a process we here at Wicked like to call the changing. During this process, you will go into a coma for a few days and experience extreme pain. You will also regain some memories of life before you came to the glade. Get stung by a griever to find out if grief serum is right for you. When I got stung by a griever, I didn't know what to do, but someone injected me with the grief serum. I went through the changing, and now I'm fine. This is how I felt before I took grief serum. This is how I felt after I took grief serum. Common side effects for grief serum include coma, extreme pain, strange dreams, memories, suicidal thoughts or actions, homicidal thoughts or actions, insanity, change in personality, green or black veins, screaming, weakness, explosive diarrhea, projectile vomiting, and extreme stupidity. If you experience any of these side effects, there's nothing you can really do about it now, so deal with it. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't found grief serum. Get stung by a griever to find out if grief serum is right for you. Grief serum by Wicked.
Got him!
Okay.
Is it Nutella?
So,
What is
yeah.
Newt's favorite snack? Nutella.
Yeah, so I also made the entire glade in Minecraft, and here's the video showcasing that.
I thought it sounded like Noah.
Sounds like a nigga. Satisfying sound. Nathaniel.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.